Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. It is the big update day. We have the Go Fast update that has just been deployed and the game is now online for us to jump in and test out the new sandbox. This is a pretty exciting day for the game as it's one of 3 major updates and feature set deployments that should be course correcting this game quite a bit. And of course we have the new Nightfall exclusive items which we will be covering later today, but for now let's go ahead and jump into the weekly reset and discover in a shocking twist of fate that New Monarchy has won the faction rally yet again. Let's get into it. Alright, so starting with the weekly milestones, we have your usual sources of powerful gear. We have the flashpoint on Mercury, and for the Nightfall this week, we have the Pyramidion. So this is going to be the Nightfall where we'll see the exclusive item for first. This includes a chance of getting a legendary weapon or exotic accessories. And of course, those are things like ghost ships and sparrows. You can expect a full review from the weapon for the Nightfall very shortly on the channel, but for today, let's go ahead and move on to the new addition to Crucible, which is Rumble. This is going to be where the weekly rotating featured playlist will be living. This week it's Rumble, so you can jump into that. Next week we're going to have Mayhem, and the week after that is going to be the return of Iron Banner, and for the first time in Destiny 2, it's going to be 6v6, so that should definitely be very interesting. Moving on, if you load into the tower, you can see, in fact, that New Monarchy has won the faction rally yet again. You can make your way over to Executor Hideo and see what the weapon is. In this case, it is the grenade launcher, not super exciting, but if you do want to check out the grenade launchers and see how they are post-patch, I actually recommend the one available from Commander Zavala this week. It has much better perks, and I think it's going to be a better test to see whether or not we can actually fall in love with grenade launchers, if that's even possible. Moving on to tests, we have some interesting items, although we are missing our 14th item. This is probably a legendary dance, not really sure what's going on there, but we do have some ornaments for the Wardcliff Coil, for the Crimson. We have the cape available from the Eververse set. Moving on, we have Amalon Meteor Gloss and Viced Poison Shimmer for your shader choices. And that's pretty much everything that's important as far as activities for the week. Of course, we have the major update to go over, and I'm going to be going over that in much more detail later on, but I do want to give you a quick preview of some huge line items that really stuck out to me. First up, we have some insane buffs to the linear fusion rifle. That's 50% extra damage in PvE, which is pretty insane. I'm very curious to see how this works against Callus. Then we have shotguns increased by 35% in PvE. This is definitely nothing to shake a stick at, so I'll be very curious to see how this affects things. And then we have sniper rifles having some pretty big buffs for PvE, 20% for yellow bar enemies, and 40% more damage for red bar enemies. Not entirely sure if this is going to be enough of a buff for PvE, but we'll have to wait and see. So some pretty significant changes to these power weapons. Of course, there's a lot more to go over and a lot of other really incredible buffs, and we'll go over those in more detail in a future video. But for now, I desperately want to jump into the Nightfall and farm whatever this weapon is. I'm actually pretty stoked for it. I hope it's as epic as they're leading it up to be, but of course, we'll know soon enough. Anyways, are you going to be jumping into the update today? Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited to get whatever this weapon is? Let's discuss. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time.